been the best part of Vegas so far this week?
Yesterday I spent a lot of time with my daughters, kind of going around town doing some media obligations, so that was certainly something different for me, this experience. And then on the flip side of things, my crew guys showed up last night, so that was a lot of fun and a long night.
I'm assuming it was a very long night, but does it ever become, I guess it never becomes old hat, does it? Even if you win 7 championships.
No, I mean, each year has its own journey and its own emotions that go with it. And, the way we had to fight for this one this year and didn't even lead a lap until the very end of the race, that shot at winning the championship, it's completely changed the experience. So we're definitely enjoying it and savoring it in a different way.
How many moments since Homestead have you kind of just shook your head and said, I can't believe this is happening?
So many times daily. We had a good year, a very strong chase, but Homestead wasn't, it was a decent day. It wasn't going to be a great day. As those restarts started to take place in the end, our situation kept improving and this reality came around.
How much have you worked on the speech?
Tell me this actually about kind of away from racing to Las Vegas itself with the new NHL hockey team that's coming in here, possibly the Raiders coming in here. Just as a Las Vegan growing up here to see the growth and what's happening sports-wise.
Well, it was incredible to see Las Vegas Motor Speedway, A, get built, and then B, be able to get a Sprint Cup date. That was the biggest thing in the mid-'90s on if it was going to ever happen, because as a NASCAR fan, I knew that the sport was really entrenched in the southeast, and they had worked their way up to the northeast. Started heading west, but with races out in Phoenix and Los Angeles and Sonoma, we never thought that Vegas would end up on the map. But I'll tell you what happens. This town is a tourism town. It's built on bringing people to one entity, and that is the city of Las Vegas. And the Visitor Convention Bureau and that authority has done so much for sports. And Kyle and I were big beneficiaries of them pushing to get a NASCAR race here. And so it's great to see a NHL team come franchise in, the possibility of the Oakland Raiders moving down to Las Vegas, a big stadium built, I think will only help UNLV athletics continue to grow. And as a sports guy in general, it's just neat to see the excitement and the base of fans that we have here in this town, but as well as our tourism and everybody that comes in from out of town to gamble, have fun, see the shows, go to the restaurants, and catch a sports game.
Who do you cheer for in the NFL? Are you a Bronco fan or like your brother? Or?
I'm all Chicago. Chicago Cubs. I lived the dream season this year. Chicago Bears. I think we're in a rebuilding decade. But just a big Chicago fan because my family's from Chicago, and then they moved here to Vegas in the early 70s.
Excuse me, Tony. This is for Robin Leach, Las Vegas Review-Journal. What's your best memory of being here in Las Vegas during Champions Week?
Everything. I mean, if you can't come here and have a good time, you pretty much need to be committed to a hospital because you aren't going to have fun anywhere if you can't have fun here. So just this city just has so much to offer. I mean, it's absolutely the perfect place for our sport to celebrate our championship. And, we catch each other coming out earlier and earlier in the week because we all want to come out ahead of time and have fun with each other and go do things before we get busy here doing a real job. So, it's just the perfect place.
Do you remember you were doing a show with Robin at the Palms all these years?
Absolutely, when we did our radio show. So,
any good stories you could tell? PG?
I think we had our show the other night this week, and we were talking about probably the most fun we had during the show was probably the last one we did in 11 at the championship, and I remember drinking shots of tequila with the crowd every break, which every break is 4 breaks every hour.
Oh my God!
Plus the first one that started the show. So by the last half hour of the show, which was actually the time Robin came on, thank God Robin and Matt carried me because my speech was not near as clear as it was. So they carried me in that episode. But we had a lot of fun, and that was probably the most fun I had doing our radio show with Sirius, was being able to come out here and doing it in front of a live audience out here in Vegas. It was a blast.
Well, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, buddy.